Okay, something happened in the Doctor Who Whoniverse the other day where we spoke about it on this channel, and it's where on the Unit website there was something put out about Rose Tyler's 2006 cold case, where, if you remember in the first series of modern Doctor Who, Christopher Eccleston drops Rose home 12 months after she last left instead of 12 hours, and that means that everything that happened in New Who takes place it takes place a full year in front of what it's meant to be. So, because of this, Unit put out a thing being like, it's been 20 years since the Rose Tyler cold case, blah, blah, blah. And there was another thing posted here, which I didn't touch on at the time, but I'm going to touch on now because I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, and it's been resurfacing, and people are like, is this a good idea? And I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know, let's have a little read. But before we read, please, I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. It would mean the absolute world if you could press that subscribe button. If you like what you see, hit the notification bell. You get notified every single time I post. Or you can hit the like button as well. I mean, that means the absolute world. If you go into the extremes, you can leave a comment. That boosts me out to loads of people. And the absolute extreme, the hype button near the comments, that pushes me out to loads of people. I'll become super TikTok famous and I'll give you a cookie. Thank you. Let's crack on with Twitter. Okay, shout out Betsy Joam, who's put this on Twitter. We've got Downing Street Incidents Remembrance from the desk of Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, Unit Commander-in-Chief. Dear all, as is tradition to mark the anniversary of the Downing Street incident, a minute's silence will be held at 11 o'clock. We will be thinking of all those who we lost in the attack. A roll call of names will be read. In addition, this year, I'd like us all to take a moment to remember everyone at Unit who has given their lives protecting this world. We shall not forget them. KLS, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. This is cool. I mean, it's very real. It feels real. This is the sort of thing that gets put out on like Remembrance Day and stuff. So, but I do quite like it. I like honouring the fictional dead. Yanto Jones, the shrine in Cardiff Bay. My heart is broken that it's being taken away. But Yanto Jones, hero. Spoilers for Torchwood. Toshiko and Owen, heroes. Just in Doctor Who in general, I mean, the Brigadier, he served a life to Unit. He didn't die technically in Unit, he died of old age, but he served his whole life pretty much to Unit, so I'm a big fan of you know, of remembering the fictional dead, and the real dead, obviously. I'm not a cold guy. Now, for those who aren't aware of the Downing Street incident, it's the Slitheen two-parter in the first series of modern Doctor Who, which is, like I mentioned earlier, when the 12-month gap happens. And it's a great episode. I love those episodes. They feel very 2005. But I like how the Slitheen as like the new monsters were brought in, and they were very, very iconic at the time. And this makes me think, is there going to be some form of Slitheen in this year's Christmas special with Billie Piper as the lead, as we think so far? Still don't know anything about that special, really, apart from it airs on Christmas and hopefully is 90 minutes and not 60 or 45. I will cry. But I unless there's multiple parts, of course. But the thing that made me think of this was, obviously, there's been a lot going wrong. If you haven't seen my video on why I think Billie Piper is 100% playing Rose, I mentioned that in the Reality War script, there's a few cut lines of the mention of Norway, which is obviously where Bad Wolf Bay takes place in the parallel world where Rose got dropped off. So I believe she's playing Rose Tyler, and if that's the case, they're bringing up a lot of this two-parter with the Slitheen. They did mention Project Mannequin, so they did mention Rose's first appearance, which it hasn't even been 20 years since those aired yet. So I think it might be coming up to 21 years, but 20 years since they take place. So I don't know how that works, but they've made a point of going, the Mannequin Gate was 21 years ago, and the Slitheen Gate was 20. So they knew there was a gap there. So my thoughts is maybe this Christmas special is going to have something to do with that 12-month gap in between those episodes. Maybe something happened between those gaps. If we get Christopher Eccleston, I will cry, but we won't, because he hates Russell T Davies, allegedly, even though he's said it multiple times on stage. So is it marking the fact that it's been 20 years of New Who, potentially? Because we know that Russell likes a big anniversary special. I mean, he's done it once. But he likes nostalgia bait as well, and I'm all here for that. So, it's been 60 years of Doctor Who. He brought back David Tennant and Catherine Tate to do their run. It's been 20 years of New Who. He's bringing back Billie Piper and Christopher Eccleston, but probably not, probably David Tennant, to do an episode, or maybe even a couple of episodes of run for them. And I'm all for that. But I want to know, is this marking specifically the plot of the Slitheen episode being 20 years on, or is it marking the fact that New Who has been around for 20 years? Because New Who's nearly been around as long as Classic Who was before it was shelved. So, I don't know, man. it's a weird one. I'm finding it quite hard to pinpoint what this is. Is the Slitheen a good shout for a monster to bring back? I mean, on paper, if you're trying to bring in new fans, not really. But if you're not trying to bring in new fans, you've got Billie Piper back, you're trying to bring in the old fans and nostalgia bait, I think Slitheen could be a good idea. It sort of solidifies the we will go back to rubber monsters if that's what you want, rather than big CGI monsters. But because obviously they haven't got the Disney budget anymore, so they haven't really got a choice in that, but they could play it off as like, we're listening to you, when really they just probably can't afford to. So I don't know, it's tricky. Do I want the Slitheen back? I'd take it, man. I'd take anything at this point. Just give me some Doctor Who, please. So let me know. It doesn't matter what I think, though. What do you think? Comment down below. Do you want the Slitheen back? Are you excited for this year's Christmas special, or do you think it's going to be a big flop? If you want to help me out, you can either subscribe, press the subscribe button, leave a like if you like what you see, hit the notification bell on the subscribe button, you get notified every single time I post. Leave a comment, means the world. Press the hype button, it pushes my video out to loads of people, I get TikTok famous. I need to stop doing that. If you want to help me out in a monetary way, that means the absolute world. You become a channel member, you get access to member-only videos when they drop, and you get a shout-out at the end of every single video. Or if you just want a one-time shout-out for slightly less money, you can leave a super thanks in the comments below, or don't do any of that. Don't bother with any of it. Go and eat some chicken nuggets and watch some Doctor Who and go to bed. Nice one. Ta-ra!